I'm gonna make a quick video here on installing an oil cooler on an NA car. Now, I've heard some cars will come with the nuts already underneath the holes here. This is where the bracket will mount. But mine did not. So people talk about either that old, was it MSW Motorsports or MWS Motorsports? You'd stick a nut in here and you'd weld it. I'm not gonna do that. I'm already sick of welding in this car. So after spending probably about 70 bucks now between leg screws, sheet metal screws, trying to find something that would fit, and even a rivet. And the rivet would work, except for my rivet gun wouldn't do that big of rivets, and I tried modifying it to do it, and it wouldn't do it. So I got this quick thread riveter, and it actually rivets threaded inserts. And I got 1/4x20 here, and good news is I was worried that these were going to be too small, but they actually end up being too big. So now I got to drill out the holes slightly, so this will slip in there, and we'll see what happens. So the recommended drill bit for a 1/4 inch threaded rivet was 25/64, which is like 0.39. I didn't have one, so I have a 3/8 bit, which is 0.375. So we're gonna try this, see if it's big enough in order to accept the rivets. So we drilled the holes 3/8. Unfortunately, the rivet still does not fit. I might be able to pound it in, but I think I'm gonna go up to 3/8, then would be 7/16 drill bit. Okay, so now I got a 7/16 drill bit. I could not find one in between. So 25/64 is 0.39, 7/16 is 0.43. It's kind of a little bit bigger, but all my drill bit sets, and they got a lot of them jump from 3/8 to 7/16, so I don't know why it's an oddball size, but let's really hope it works, because see, you can keep drilling it bigger, but you can't end up drilling it smaller. Ooh, let's hope that works. We're going to try one out right away here before I drill out the rest of them too big. So according to the directions on this rivet gun, you assemble it with the adapter for the 1/4 inch thread rivet. Other than that, it seems pretty simple. Everything that you put into the gun is reverse threaded though. So you screw on the rivet all the way it says. Bear with me, this is the first time ever using this. All the way to the nipple there, and then I stick it in the hole, and you squeeze like any other rivet. So okay, so I locked it all the way down, it seems like. Now it says to release, and then use a knob here to unscrew. And it isn't spinning, which is good. This is holding the oil cooler on, so it's not like it needs to be super strong. But another thing, what I thought about doing was kind of anybody, well, especially if you don't have a welder, and I do have a welder, but I didn't want to weld a nut in there, is to, that's not too bad. I mean, it has a little lip, but not an issue really. So bolt on there just fine, looks like. Alright. So that's the finished solution here, it looks like. At Menards, it was like 15 bucks for the tool, and then a couple bucks for the rivets. So yeah, for 20 bucks you could do this. It's a really good option. You could JB weld a nut. You could JB weld these things in there. You could find a sheet metal or leg screw that would fit. I'm sure that would be just fine too. So yeah, let's finish them out. This one is a little loose in there. We'll see what happens. This is only the lines, and there's another bolt that when you put your oil cooler line here, a stock oil cooler line, it bolts right to the frame rail there. So this will be fairly rigid as it is. I even got it in the right hole here. Something like that, you know. So we'll see. Hopefully it holds when I get it all together here. We'll find out. So I got my bolts in my bracket here. This 1/4 inch. I wanted stainless bolts, but they didn't have any, so these are just random steel bolts. Put a teeny bit of blue Loctite on. Now you might be thinking, why would you put Loctite on a threaded rivet? It's going to spin when you try to loosen it. Well, my theory is I don't want it to fall out under the car, rip oil lines off, blow my motor, whatever, you know. When this bracket is put on here, I should really never have to take it off again unless, like, say, upgrade my oil cooler or, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's really no reason why I will have to take it off here. So, I'll go ahead and put it on here. See how these rivets end up working out. You could have done, I could have gotten lock washers, and that would have been another better solution maybe to this, but I'm only going to just snug them up. Usually I can feel pretty good with tapped hole, or when you're like tapping holes, it's going to snap, or even throwing a bolt in and doing an empty hole. So let's give it a little bit of snug here. Oh yeah. Yeah, not too bad. Oh, there you go. Real solid. Should be good to go. Loctite will hold her, not from vibrating out or anything. I didn't tighten them a lot, so hopefully if I do ever have to take it off, it'll come out. Otherwise, be drilling holes. So there you go, guys. That's an easy way to do it. Maybe I'll throw my oil cooler on here. Just to show you guys it mounted up quick. Alright, I am ready to install my oil cooler. I had to chase out the holes that are rusty. This is a used setup. Not really in the best condition, but you had the brackets and the lines and everything I needed. So here we go. Now I finally got stainless bolts. Just a dab of Loctite again. This isn't something you want coming off on a track. Not that's really super necessary, but it's just a good precaution, just for vibrations and whatever else. These bolts are a little short, but I'll run with them. Some pickings at the hardware store. What I'd advise you is to run as much stainless hardware as you can if you're replacing it. My other camera dies, so I'll switch to my phone here, but here it is all mounted up. Rigid. Looks great. You guys get an idea how to put it on.